Welcome, dear travelers of the heart, tireless believers in grand finales and keepers of modern fairy tales. Welcome once more to your sanctuary of emotions, to the pulsing core of secrets behind the stars. Tonight, the firmament over show business glows with a warmer, more dazzling light, one that feels almost gilded. We are holding a revelation that won't just ripple through the gossip world, but might leave us all breathless, suspended in that delicious moment where reality outshines the sweetest dream. The romance between Akınözü and Ebru Şahin, the one we've watched with racing pulses and quiet prayers, parsing every glance and every silence, has taken a turn so unexpected and so beautiful that even the boldest daydreamers couldn't have sketched it this precisely. For months, our nights have been lit by whispers and our days punctuated by rumors, as we wondered what truly unfolded behind the curtains between these two bright, impeccably composed stars. But what happened last night swept beyond every outline, soared past any scripted illusion. Before we cross the threshold into this shimmering night, my heartiest invitation to do the things that make our family unbreakable. Subscribe to Secrets Behind the Stars so no chapter of our exclusive sagas slips past you. Tap the bell so you're first in line when love wins. And, if our way of breathing life into the souls of the famous moves you, leave a like. For those who want that front row seat at our revelations, the join button is your golden key to become a true patron of Secrets Behind the Stars. Get comfortable, because we are about to recount the night when quiet turned into music. It began when Akınözü, whom we've learned to admire for his measured calm and magnetic presence, decided the age of masks had ended. He sensed the perfect hour had arrived to stop hiding feelings beneath professionalism or the disguise of just friends. According to witnesses intertwined with his closest circle, Akın crafted a surprise dinner with a director's precision and a poet's courage. The chosen location wasn't a trendy stage for peacocking or an arena of flashing lenses, but a sanctuary of privacy, a secluded haven far from prowling cameras and restless notebooks. He wanted a moment that belonged to only two people, an island of truth amid a sea of appearances. And yet, as it often happens in this glitter-dusted world where walls seem to grow ears, the precious details of this evening slipped toward us like gold threads through a loom. They say Akın was visibly tense. That detail stuns us, given our image of him, steady, almost unshakable under lights that would fluster anyone else. But love, my friends, unsettles even granite hearts. It disarms us. It makes us human. When Abru arrived, she had no idea what awaited her. In her mind, it was a casual get-together with trusted companions, perhaps a conversation about future horizons, a pragmatic dinner with a pinch of business. Yet, the instant she stepped across that threshold, reality changed its rhythm. She saw a space transformed into a romancescape worthy of the greatest stories, hundreds of candles shimmering like stars fallen to earth, her favorite flowers turning the air into memory and perfume, and she understood. Something rare, something irrevocably important, was about to unfold. Akın greeted her with a smile that, we're told, outshone every candle's flame. And, according to the delicate account we received, he did not waste time on small talk. He reached for her hand. A touch both electric and tender, and, holding her gaze, the same gaze that has charmed millions, he let the truth flow from his chest to the air between them. His voice stayed steady, yet brimmed with feeling as he said, Abru, I have tried to keep this hidden for so long, thinking I was protecting us, protecting everything we've built. But every day my heart shouts louder. You are the center of my world, the reason my compass points, and I can't live in the shade anymore. I want everyone to know what my soul already knows. Imagine the heartbeat of that instant. Time holding its breath. What would you have done in Abru's place? Would you stand still, daring to listen, or would fear rattle the floor beneath you? Tell us your hearts in the comments, and, if you savor these stories of brave souls and tremoring confessions, remember that the subscribe button keeps us telling them with this very passion. Abru, unprepared for such direct, blazing honesty, could only borrow silence for a few long seconds. Her eyes filled with tears, diamonds formed from emotion and light. She, who often guards her inner world with quiet strength and firm borders, felt walls soften at the touch of something true. We all wondered how she would move next. Would she flee? Would she shrink from the intensity? Would she refuse to acknowledge this love in public, fearing the consequences of curiosity and commentary? But Abru's answer was as luminous as Akın's declaration, perhaps even brighter. She drew a careful breath, tamed the tremble in her chest, and smiled with that warmth we know so well. "Akın," she said, "I have dreamed of this in secret corners of my heart. Fear held me back, afraid we might bruise each other, afraid we might hurt the balance. But your courage gives me mine. I love you too. I want to walk beside you, fearlessly, under the open sun." And with that, a new chapter didn't just open. It sang. They were no longer simply co-stars whose chemistry made screens crackle, not only close companions bound by long days and shared scripts, they became two souls acknowledging the same rhythm. After the tremor of confession, the night unfolded with a gentle calm. They laughed, they ate, they traded the kind of stories that only surface when the weight finally rolls away from your shoulders. And then came the sweetest flourish. Akın had kept one more surprise tucked behind his heartbeat. From a velvet quiet he drew out a necklace, chosen not for its price but for its promise, an emblem of presence, a seal on a vow to stand by her side. When he placed it around her neck, careful and reverent, Abru rediscovered her playful spark and teased, "Does this mean I'll have to put up with you every single day?" Akın, finally letting laughter roll from his chest, answered, "I'm afraid so, and I don't accept returns." To see them that way, so at ease, so linked, could make even skeptics smile in the dark. For too long, expectations, public gaze, and the chorus of opinions kept them on a precipice. But tonight it seems they chose something simple and enormous, their happiness. Word of the dinner, and of Abru's luminous yes, traveled faster than the wind, and the web of fandom lit up like a city at midnight. Their supporters are ecstatic, riding a bright wave of joy. Timelines and comment threads filled with blessings, with messages that sound like clapping hands in a theater. Many say what has felt obvious for ages: they look perfect together, and they deserve a sky full of quiet mornings and soft nights. And then the career echo began. The corridors of influence hum with a new note. The decision to open their hearts may cast a golden light on what's ahead for their work. Producers who have always sensed a rare chemistry between them now know it's not make-believe. Imagine a new romance on screen enriched by something real, something lived, something felt rather than performed. The result? A phenomenon waiting for its first sunrise. Yet, in the middle of all the noise and prediction, they seem to want something refreshingly human, a step at a time. No rush, no hard labels. Just the uncomplicated act of living a love day by day. Abru is said to have confided to a close friend, in words that reach like a breeze, that she feels lighter than ever, as if some invisible door finally opened. Not having to hide is a freedom I didn't know existed. He makes me feel safe, he makes me feel seen. Those words are the measure of her depth and the calm she has found. And Akın? Radiant. His stride looked new, his eyes bright with that sunrise color you only catch if you wake before dawn. When they slipped out, they tried their old habit of staying discreet, but people who watched closely didn't really need a press release. The way he placed a gentle hand at her back, the way she leaned into his warmth as they crossed to the car, said more than any headline. They are choosing to meet every crosswind together. That kind of choice takes courage, and they have it in generous measure. Now, the question we all whisper: what happens next? Will they sit together in front rows? Will they let us peek into a shared morning or a stolen laugh on their socials? All signs point to yes, but at a tempo they will set for themselves. They don't want the quiet garden of their love turned into a circus, though they understand how hard that balance is when two of the most beloved faces in the industry light up the same frame. What matters most is the bedrock they've been building over time. Mutual knowledge, an unforced respect, the easy joy of laughter that floats in when two people not only love each other but genuinely enjoy the world they create together. So, dear friends of Secrets Behind the Stars, we can settle into this glow and celebrate with full hearts. Ebru Şahin answered Akınözü's love with a resounding yes to trying, to hoping, to choosing joy. That's the compass point. This love story is just now entering its most tender, exhilarating pages, and you can be certain we'll be here to trace every step, every smile, every quiet victory. It's a fairy tale set in the present tense, where love doesn't ask permission to bloom, it simply does, in the open air. Thank you for dreaming alongside us. If this story warmed your pulse, touch that like button, share the video so the light ripples outward, and don't forget to join our family by clicking subscribe. The journey is brighter when we take it together. Until the next update, remember, true love always finds its way back home. This is Secrets Behind the Stars. Good night, and may your dreams be kind.